guess, prepared to do a Thanksgiving thought for the day, and then Tammy died. So I kind of changed things up a little bit. I got a text message the evening, early morning, that she had died from a friend of hers, and who said that she had died. I said, "How did she die?" And she texted back, "Her heart gave out." And I thought about that for all the subsequent times since she heard the news that her heart gave out. Of course, everybody knows she had open heart surgery and had some difficulties there. That's how we say when a heart stops, her heart gave out. But that's kind of truer in a larger sense, that her heart gave out to us. Kind, luminous, radiant. She gave her heart out to us. Gabriel said yesterday, people said she had a bad heart. She had the best heart, which of course was true. Many of us had the privilege to have a moment with her the day she died, because she came in here, and I don't know, it was just something about her. She had a light grasp. She was loving, kind. She always was, but there was she was freed from all worry. That was the thing that was most marked her time. She always called me Pop, the only person who calls me that. And she came into my office, she said, Pop, can I but the doctor says I can't come back to work yet, but can I just kick it here? Can I just chill? And I just need to let this place in and feel this place again. I said, oh my gosh, you don't need to ask permission to do that, of course, to come. And then she was quite looking forward to, in the afternoon, her son was going to arrive from a placement, and these tours we have, and it ended up, they didn't come, not through his fault, but they just didn't come. And I said, when was the last time you'd seen him? And she said, I've never met him. He's 18 years old. I gave birth to him, but in prison, and then the baby was taken away. So she was really looking forward to that. I remember the time when Emily and Tammy and I went on a trip to San Francisco. We flew to go speak at a fancy hotel to 1,000 judges, and we arrived at the airport, and we were renting a car from Hertz, and I was up there talking to the nice lady, and I had my Homeboy shirt on, and Emily and Tammy were kind of a little distance behind me, wearing big Homeboy Jobs Not Jails sweatshirts. And the woman says, do you mind, can I ask what is Homeboy Industries? I said, well, it's the largest gang intervention rehab reentry program on the planet Earth. And these two ladies and myself were going to San Francisco to speak to 1,000 judges. And she goes, looking at Tammy and Emily, she says, would you like me to put them down as additional drivers? And I looked at her with deadpan, and I said, are you out of your mind? And of course, everybody in earshot laughed, and then I started to walk away, and Tammy held back, and I could hear her say to the woman, thanks for trying. So, we went to San Francisco, Fisherman's Wharf, and somewhere in that office is one of those crazy, awful portraits, the guy on the sidewalk who paints your portrait of Emily and Tammy, doesn't look anything like them. It's somewhere in there. And then we went to Fisherman's Wharf and had seafood that required the wearing of bibs. And I spoke at lunch to all the judges, but they had a workshop in the afternoon to several hundred judges. And I just introduced them, and they took it away, and they told their stories of terror and torture and violence and the suffering that comes from having your kids raised by other people, kids born in prison. And I looked out at the faces of all the judges, and hundreds of them holding their faces in their hands, sobbing right along with Tammy and Emily. Then we came home, and we were at Burbank Airport, and we were in the parking lot and got in the car, and Tammy was in the front, Emily was in the back, and I said, do you mind, I call my 90-year-old mother, and I tell her that I've arrived safely. They said, go ahead. So I call her, and my mom goes, where did you go again? Well, we went to San Francisco, and we spoke to 1,000 judges, and I brought Tammy and Emily, and these two wonderful women got up and shared their stories with them. Oh, well, that's nice, my mom said. Well, love you, and I hung up. And then Tammy says, after I hung up, she goes, huh? And I go, what? No, nothing. No, what? Well, right now, you called us wonderful women. I said, yeah, so? And she turned and she looked at me, and her eyes filled up with tears, and she said, when you say it, I believe you. So, here's Thanksgiving, and everybody in this room is wonderful. Tell people that. They'll believe you. And you will do this in honor of Tammy if you let your hearts give out. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.